I'm starting with my little circle for my flower. I've sealed, sanded, and base coated in bittersweet chocolate. And I put my stencil, I'm just choosing this one. There's lots we can go with. Taking a domed stippler, Heinz Jordan, and I'm going to take Sunset Gold. That's DecoArt Americana Sunset Gold. Brush is dry, bounce it off. Gonna start in the center. And of course, we're gonna make lots of noise. I'm gonna go back in the center one more time, making it a little stronger, a little heavier. So there, I'm making my center right. Give my brush a bit of a wipe, not clean. Take raw sienna, come from the outer edge, and I'll go all the way around. This is where it gets tricky because I still have to hold my stencil. So I've come all the way around the outer edge, and now I'm going to go in and out with this. So I taper it in so it's going to become brighter on the inside, more of the darker golden on the outside. I'll wipe my brush off nicely, and I'll repeat the same thing from the center, and I'll come out into that. And I'm hoping my paint is going to hold my stencil in place for me. Not getting too aggressive with it. Just tap my way out. That looks pretty good. And I'll just lift that off, and there's my pattern for the center of my flower. Lovely. Here we are with the petal to our flower. We have a couple different sizes, but I'm going to start with our coral. Now you can use any color you want to have. A few different tones. So now I'll go a little darker with my second color. And then I'm reaching into my strongest color. I'm using my Filbert stencil brush. And now I'm going to clean my brush out quite a bit, and I'm picking up my base coat color, my light buttermilk. And I'm going to come from the center. Wipe the brush. Nice and smooth. Just scratch back and forth as much as you'd like. Don't press hard. We want to keep that nice scratchy appearance. I'll wipe that. I might like a little bit more of my medium coming up into my dark. Wipe my brush a bit more. We want, and these are notorious for losing hair, but that's just the nature of the tool. So again, I'm cleaning my brush off as much as I can once I've had the light on there, and I want to come in with dark. And I can darken up later on with a little bit of a dry brush, and I will be, but I want to get as much blended into the wet as I can. I like that look that we're going to get. So I'm going to come from the bottom again with my dark and have some nice scratchies up into the petal. Not going to press hard. That's the key, nice and soft. And that looks pretty good to me. All right, that's how we're going to do our petals. So we're going to take and we're going to put the medium color along the side edge, making sure that I'm not getting it and I'm going to pick up my darker color and come from the ends and streak into the medium. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to darken the ends of my board, or my petals. So I'm going to take a petal. I'm using a dry brush. I pick up Dome Stippler again, pick up Antique Maroon, scuff it off on my towel, and then I can just dry brush the tip of the petal, so it's just a little darker. Drag a little around the edges, flip my petal, come for the other end, and we get it all around the outer edges, so it's going to strengthen it, make it nice and dramatic. We're going to thin down water into our paint, Antique Maroon, and bring veins upward, following the direction of our flower. Remember, you have to come up deep enough because we're going to have the center to the flower there. So we don't want to cover all the veins. All right, you're going to do this to all your petals.